My story began a bleak, cold November. That month, I transformed from an experienced ER nurse to the role of a caregiver. This transition changed my life forever. I was already caregiving for my parents. Suddenly, it became my husband, whom was my best friend of 35 years. My husband had a congenital valve issue. While driving me to Calgary to care for my parents, he experienced neck pain, which later developed into chest pain. I suggested he get it checked out immediately. I was expecting the usual report of stay the course. Instead, we got a whirlwind appointment to see the cardiologist. I had barely unpacked, just returned to work, and was unprepared for Christmas. The emergency physician advised me that my husband had many cardiac issues, most importantly, that his aortic arch had grown. A few days before Christmas, I sat in a bleak waiting room of the cardiologist's office. The words that came out of his mouth caused a thunderous sound, ringing in my ears, and the room was spinning. I wanted to run. In my role as a nurse, I have been with countless other families when they received difficult news, and that's what they had done. I was a healthcare professional. I needed to suck it up and listen as my 57-year-old husband and our children would be relying on me. The last words of the cardiologist to my husband were, "Don't leave the country." The surgery was scheduled 4 months later. Yes, I planned his funeral. In my work life as a cardiovascular nurse, I had seen stretchers with 50-year-olds roll down the hall and knew occasionally that stretcher did not return. Waiting for the surgery date, life went on and anxiety mounted. My colleagues and my friends all kept saying, "Don't worry, it'll be fine." It was hard to find reassurance in these words when all I really needed from them was a simple hug. There were times when I wondered if they truly understood what I was experiencing. I had to insist on a vacation day just hours before my husband had open heart surgery. On the day of his surgery, we sat in a cramped waiting room. Luckily, I had found out an old friend was the charge nurse in the ICU. I'd been calm, but at the 3.5-hour mark, I was restless, pacing, nauseated. She came into the waiting room with a beaming smile on her face and said, "He's off the heart-lung machine." Then she walked over and she really hugged me. Finally, someone who understood my anxiety, and she knew those were the golden words I've been waiting to hear. During these times, it's the small moments of connection and understanding that can really make the biggest difference.